Good Tuesday morning. I feel sort of like a disembodied person with just hands here. Today we're going to paint some clouds. I have my paper all taped down. I have to say this is a smooth, hot pressed paper. It's not bumpily like normal watercolor paper, but it is watercolor paper. Actually, it's all that I have. Other papers at Liberty Town. I need to go and get some. This also is a clean but stained palette, and I'm going to just use blues in this demonstration. So I have sprayed my watercolors over here, which these are the cheapies, but good quality. I've got my water. I've taped my paper down. I have my sponge that I've been using over and over again, and my 10 round brush. So I'm going to sit down here, and I'm just going to mix a few blues just to give me some colors to look at. Some blues for sky, and to look. Many times our palette is not what we think, when we stick our brush in. And we also don't get much color on the brush. So this way, it's going to encourage me to get more paint. And I have allergies. My nose runs, unfortunately. I'm also going to put just a little purple over here, too. All right, so I'm going to replace my palette with this over here. You can see. And I'm just going to put some color down. This paper really takes it just light. You can just, if you want, put some water down, because I want my first layer to be very light. Hope you girls have been doing okay. It does seem to be sort of scary times, but we have to remember that fear just engenders more fear. And if you're doing everything that you possibly can, like staying 6 feet away, not going out unless you absolutely have to, then you're probably just fine. Now this is very wet. I have left some very white spots here. I wish I had my little hair dryer, my little dryer thing from Liberty Town too. But now I'm going to use a different color, and I'm just going to touch some places, a different color blue. And I'm just going to let them bleed. The skies have been really beautiful. And if you lay on the ground and look up at the sky through the trees with the leaves just beginning, it's a very beautiful pattern. And you can pay attention to how the branches of the trees are spreading out. I actually had some white in this blue that I was putting down. White sometimes does some funny things to your paint, because it does make it opaque. Now, see, I can I'm just touching with the edge of my brush. It's giving me a nice outline there. Beginning to really look like real clouds. If I think that that's too white. Once I painted a lot of cloud panels for the American Safety Traffic Services Board. They're the ones that make the cones and the yellow paint for the roads and all. And they didn't have any windows in a lot of their space, so they just wanted clouds. These are interesting shapes. It's also interesting to turn your paper around, particularly when you're doing something sort of abstracted like this, to see how it looks from a different angle, and that's pretty, you know. That's a little sort of contrived looking, particularly that one also over there. So I'm just going to soften the edge of that. I want to cut that one off like that. Maybe I should do the same thing here too. I just love to see how that happens, that blooming. It's really quite beautiful. And if you feel like you get too much, you can just lift it out. But to give depth to your painting, you need to have some contrast. And actually with watercolor, it takes a little bit of time, depending on how dramatic you want to be. Now, I think that's beautiful. Now, if I wanted to make this look like there was a sun set coming in, I might add a little. And this is where you can really get creative. with color. And I wouldn't be afraid to do this because you've got, I'm sure you've got more paper at home, maybe even more than I do. Since mine is at Liberty Town. So there we go, clouds. I hope you all are doing well, and I hope you're painting, because even if you're just using a little bit of color, it's very meditative. It takes your mind off of your chore list. This is an unprecedented time. You know, people will be writing about this. I'm sure there'll be some scary mysteries and horror stories told about this. I hope everybody is safe. I love you girls. Have a great day.